Welcome back to another episode of Jason's Bricks and 5, where we do what?
Where we discuss Lego content in videos of 5 minutes or less.
That is right. But today's going to be different. We're actually not going to be discussing Lego content.
Oh.
I was reached out to by this company, Pantasy. They make building products. They had offered to send me a set that has just recently come out to build and review. And I asked Tonya, I said, should we see? Because generally we just stick with regular Lego. We decided let's give it a go because, you know, we want to see how does the experience compare to what we normally experience when we're building. The box looks great.
Yeah, I like the box.
Yeah, the images on here, you can tell it's really well printed. So let's take a look and see what's inside. It looks like there's two boxes in here. We've got box 1 and box 2. So I guess let's see what's in box 1. That would be the logical place to start.
Typically.
All right.
Whoa.
Okay. All right, so here are how the bags look. You can see they're definitely much more colorful than I'm used to. A lot more logoing on there. And it looks like the book, you know, it's a good quality manual, it looks like. And the instructions, they look very similar to what we're used to with our normal builds.
Definitely do.
But yeah, so this should be fun. You know, initially, it feels, you know, like a good product. Feeling this plate, it feels very similar to, you know, what we normally build with, so.
Definitely does.
All right, so I guess we'll go ahead, we'll build this, and then we'll see what we think about it. We got the build completed. What'd you think?
Yeah. I thought it was a great build. I thought it was a lot of fun. And
yeah, I thought the build experience was very similar to what I'm used to with, you know, my normal Lego builds. And you can see how easily this comes apart, right? Just easily comes off like that to get inside. And it is modular, so you can take the top layer off as well and just have access to everything. So I thought it was a lot of great, you know, interesting techniques that were kind of unique to what I'd seen. One thing I really liked about it was in the instruction manuals, next to the piece are the number of studs and dimension. That's one thing I really liked about this. It made it a lot easier trying to figure out which one to sit, counting the little studs in the book. Yeah. I also thought that there were some very interesting techniques that they used in building this that were kind of original. The ceiling fan was kind of a fun build with kind of like ski type pieces. There's the sliding door on the front and the back, which were interesting. I liked the barbecue, the plants, the hot tub in the back was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
And there was a foosball table and a cat house inside the upstairs. The bricks themselves, I did notice a little bit of different feel to them. I think the first thing was I noticed that the stud was smooth on top, which I'm not used to when I build. There's normally, you know, of course, some writing on there, which, you know, you could feel. And the plastic does feel like there's a slight difference. I don't know what it is. I can't really say. And I'm not saying that it feels inferior in any way. It just is a slightly different feel to it than, you know, what I'm used to. It has a good clutch, stays together really well. And, you know, overall, I would have to say it was really a pretty enjoyable build.
Yeah, it really was enjoyable. I think a lot of the detail they put onto the inside of it really added to that fun.
Yeah, I think so too. Also, all printed elements. There were no stickers involved, so you know that certainly improved the experience. I guess the two areas that I guess I struggled with, for some reason, this red parrot here, I've had trouble getting that to clutch to the table where it's supposed to be. So I don't know if it's something about the mold or, you know, the red plastic. I didn't have trouble with any of the other, but for some reason I was having trouble with that one. And as sometimes happens when you're doing these builds, especially when the colors are like a dark brown or something like that, I did have some trouble constructing the tree a little bit. That was probably the most tricky part. And some of that had to do with the color and the curves, but you know, that was one thing that did jump out. So I guess the next question is this something that you would recommend for people?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it was a really fun build. It had, you know, the thrill to it that you find in the Lego sets.
Yeah, I would recommend it.
Yeah.
And this is what I would say. If you are someone that's trying to, just enjoy builds, like if you're not a exclusive Lego builder and you just build different things from time to time, I don't know that you would really be able to tell the difference, honestly. For avid Lego fans, you probably will be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
And if you're a Lego purist, this may not be for you, but that's probably because you just won't consider anything. But for those builders out there that, they want to maximize their city, they want to get so many, different things out here, this one here, it is retailing, I think, for $99.99. So almost half the price of a comparable Lego set, right? They have their cabin that came out. So it is different, but you can maximize that value. You can find it on Amazon, and they did provide a discount code that you can get, I believe it's 20% off. Do you remember what that code was?
Jason Cabin.
Jason Cabin. I've never been a discount code before, so yeah, if it's something you're interested, go out and take a look. There'll be a link in the description below. If you're open to, alternative products, to, just exclusive Lego, but you want to add to your city, especially some different things, or just have a different experience, this could be right for you, especially at a lower price point. So
yeah, or if you're just looking for a fun build that you don't necessarily need the collector value with it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's going to do it for our review of the Forest Cabin. I do want to thank Pantasy for sending me this copy to review. Just so we're clear, this review is our own opinion. They have not paid us anything other than providing the set. So we want to thank them for that. And we'll see you next time on Jason's Bricks in 5.
Bye.